Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm doing another video. Now, as always, today I'm going to be looking at a next step episode, but before I get into this video, there is something I need to tell you all. So, because of spoilers and everything, I've decided to watch the rest of the season. I've now watched to the end of season 8A, but I've decided to do more of a review more than a reaction, because that way I can watch at my own pace, find out what bits I specifically want to talk about, and kind of just make it a better video for you all, because I know some people wanted me to put in more clips, etc. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So I've got like a lot of notes on today's episode, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that clip in, then talk about it specifically, and I'm just gonna kind of do that now until the end of season 8 probably. I might do a proper reaction to the season finale of the next step season 8, but we'll see. Let me know what you think of this new style anyway. So today I'm going to be looking at the next step season 8 episode 8, and like I said, I'm just going to go through and kind of talk about it. As always, I mean, I would say, yeah, don't comment any spoilers after this episode for people who haven't watched to the end of the first half of season 8 yet, and I don't own any of the next step content that I'm going to play to you. Now, the first thing to talk about is when there are new rules in the Nationals rulebook and kind of what that means, so I'll play the clip now.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
Expecting what? Can I see it?
Oh, this changes everything.
What? Can I see it?
Yeah.
So after watching this bit of the episode, I thought, you know, it's good to see some new rules. It's good to kind of see a refresher. And it's nice to see that Nationals has kind of had a shake-up since season 2, and it isn't just the same old competition that we've seen. So that was a big pro for me.
You're the captain now. You make the big dance decisions. But you got this. I have total faith in you, okay?
So, Nick giving Kenzie the responsibility of picking the soloist, I kind of felt conflicted with this, because I believe that Nick should probably have some say in it. However, last season we saw Summer do that role, and it's good that Kenzie's getting this responsibility, but I do believe that Nick shouldn't be putting all of that pressure on Kenzie, considering she's just a dance captain and not a studio head. So this was quite a conflicted point of the episode for me, but I do understand why Nick is doing it.
Not only will you be crowned a national soloist, you'll give your team an extra 5 points and set the stake for the whole weekend. So, I made a playlist. It has every winner for the past 10 years.
Now, like I said earlier with the rules for Nationals, I kind of like that there is another shake-up, which is the 5-point advantage if you win the National Soloist. I was going to say Mr. and Miss National Soloist, but that isn't a thing anymore. So I think that's good. It's kind of similar to regionals where we had the solo competition. So I'm glad that they're changing the rules. I like a little bit of a shake-up.
You know, I'm really glad we sold Rochelle on that new theater space.
Yeah, great job.
I miss hanging out with Kingston, but Heath's a pretty good guy too.
Now, this actually surprised me, because I didn't expect to see Heath and Ozzy getting on so well, because they were kind of like in each other's faces a couple episodes ago, and now they're getting on really well. I mean, I personally like it, I can't lie, because it's nice to see more friendships developing, but I can't really complain with it. I really do like their friendship, to be honest.
Think about it. Cleo's had it up for A-Troop ever since we picked Dance Mania over Nationals. And if it wasn't for us, she would have had such an easy path to Nationals.
Ozzy was like up there at the top of my list, and now he's dropped because he's accusing Cleo of being the mole, just because Tiara Bling said that Cleo is a good musician and dancer, etc. And that really annoyed me, because I believe Cleo is fantastic, and just because somebody said something positive about you doesn't make you a bad person. So I don't know whether it was jealousy or what, but I was just really annoyed with this, and I just think it was really immature for Ozzy's character, considering how much we've seen him grow recently.
So let me show you how to... I know Kenzie said she wanted contemporary, but I want to present an Afro-fusion solo that truly represents me.
Now, going back to the national solos, I absolutely loved Ebby's solo. She was given an assignment and she technically didn't follow it, but I loved how she incorporated some of her own movement, what she wanted to perform. I loved that she was dancing from the heart, and you could tell that. And to be honest, it's a shame that Ebby was told that she couldn't perform the solo she wanted to, because I believe that it would have been amazing if she could. I mean, obviously, I'm talking about this when I was watching it then. Obviously, she gets to do it in the end, but at this point, I was very disappointed Ebby couldn't do her solo.
It's just, what you showed me today is not something we've done before.
And why is that a problem?
This Dance Captain Diary has years of tips and tricks from the studio. and it says a great dancer follows the patterns of the game.
So I'm really hoping that Kenzie kind of understands where Ebby is coming from. She sees that Ebby wants to perform from the heart, and I believe Kenzie will let her do it because Kenzie's always been about following her heart, just like the decision she made from leaving A Troop to go to the new A Troop. So I believe that this is definitely something that Kenzie will have to take in and will have to consider for the national solo.
Sounds good. Coming right up.
Hey, what are you doing? You can't be back there, Finn.
Oh, yeah, I can. I work here now.
Now, this was one of the best bits of the episode for me. Finn getting a job was something that hasn't happened in a while. We've had Chloe with her job, we've had Heather with her job, and now Finn has a job, but not for long, as we know. But it was kind of just a really good comedic part of the episode. It took us away from the sadness of Ebby not being able to do the solo she wants and kind of put a smile back on our faces. So that was lovely. And when I was watching this, I was really crossing my fingers for Finn, but I think we could all see how it was going to end. Bless him. He was trying his best, but perhaps it just wasn't for him.
Danger, so let me show you how to be dangerous.
When a dancer is told they have to start over, they sometimes fall apart, but Ebby is crushing this.
So now Kenzie comes back. She wants to see the solos again. And I just want to point out that I'm really impressed with all three of them because they've all taken on Kenzie's feedback and have performed a solo amazingly. But going to Ebby performed the contemporary solo. It was amazing. But you could tell this wasn't what her heart was telling her to do. And I think that was very obvious in her dance. It wasn't her fault. It's just a shame that she couldn't have done the dance that she wanted to do. However, it's all going to change.
Yeah, sorry, those are mine. My boss said that I'm having one of the most catastrophic first days he has ever seen. I don't know what catastrophic means, but I'm 99% sure it's a good thing.
So Finn's first day didn't really go well, did it? Bless him. He dropped some boxes, he dropped some coffee beans, he put his headphones in Piper's drink. It isn't going well, but you know what? I am very, very proud that Finn is trying because it's always good to try something new. Perhaps it isn't going to work out for him, but considering he's trying, you can't really complain. He's doing the best he can, bless his heart.
Check my phone. I have nothing to hide.
Cleo's sharper than I give her credit for. Well, I guess if you were the mole, you wouldn't want me scrolling through your phone. But then at the same time, you could be doing that reverse psychology thing.
The mole situation, one of the biggest mysteries of the season so far. So Ozzy and I think Heath, I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head. Ozzy and Heath, I think, went into the locker room with Cleo and started interrogating her. Now, I was annoyed at first because I was like, why are they doing this? It's so unnecessary. But I'm glad Cleo isn't taking it seriously.
I got fired. I feel completely lost right now. I really wanted to find a backup plan. I failed miserably. But at least I have Piper by my side.
Poor Finn has been fired. I know it's really sad, but it was inevitable. I mean, he wasn't doing the best he could. Well, he was, but it just wasn't happening for him. And I don't think that sort of area is where he wants to be. I can tell he just wants to be a dancer, but I know that it's good to keep your options open, so I do respect him for doing that. But perhaps he'll find a job somewhere else. Maybe this just wasn't where he was meant to end up, and he needs to move on and kind of come up with another plan.
So, Ebby, I chose you.
Good job, Ebby. You killed it.
Yeah, great job, Ebby. You deserve it.
Yay, I got the solo. I should be happy, but did I really do this by being the dancer I want to be?
So Ebby has got the solo. I'm so proud of her. And I think Kenzie says, Ebby isn't giving the reaction that Kenzie was expecting. And, it is sad, but I think Ebby's just trying to express how she feels. She's saying that, this isn't what I want. I want to do the solo that I've always wanted to do. And I think Kenzie is going to soon realise that she is making the wrong choice and that she does need to kind of either compromise with Ebby, put a bit of this Afrofusion in, or maybe just let her do the solo overall.
Ebby, that was really something special. Listen, you're right. You should never feel like you can't express yourself.
Now, after seeing Ebby's solo, it just confirmed to me how amazing she is and how she definitely deserves to do this solo. And I'm very, very happy that Kenzie feels the same way. It's fantastic. So that put me in a very good mood to end the episode. And I'm just really excited to see what comes next for Ebby and Kenzie.
New York City could never beat that.
And I can't ever get enough.
The pin duet was very good. They obviously have a lot of chemistry. I like the moves, I like the song. It all just kind of fit together really well. And to be honest, yes, I do feel for Piper and Finn. They both are starting to think about what comes next, and they are hoping to stay together. But you never know, to be honest. It is scary to think about the future, but I am pretty sure that they're going to stay together, hopefully.
Supernova of talent. That is exactly what Tiara Bling just said in her new video. Looks like I just found a new suspect.
Now, my final point of the day is Ozzy accusing Jude of being the mole. There had to be a bit of silence there, because at this point we're just throwing around accusations without much proof. Like, oh dear. It isn't looking good. I mean, the thing is, this could make or break the team. This could make or break the next step, because if they're going to accuse each other all the time, it's just not going to work out. So I am a little bit worried about the future of A Troop and B Troop, and I just don't want them to fall out. But this could really jeopardize their chemistry and their connections. So overall, it was a very good episode. I think I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10. It was pretty good. I'm very excited to see what happens with the show. And one thing I did notice, this is the first episode of season 8 that Rochelle hasn't been in. So I hope that gets addressed next episode, but I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think about this new style of my reaction videos. And I will see you very soon for my reaction to season 8 episode 9, where I can confirm that the mole does get revealed. So that is very exciting. Bye guys.